YouTube, it's your buddy Will from the What's Up in the Sky 37 channel. We're online at www.whatsupinthesky.com, and you are looking at a Curiosity Rover picture fresh off the Rover. This is from my buddy Christopher. He sent this over 685, one of the new saws. It was yesterday's saw that came down. There were some new pictures in it today, and if you're seeing what I'm seeing dead center in your screen, what looks like one of those old Easter Island heads, or some kind of head sitting here at the top, just peering up over at the top of this hill. I'm going to bring you back and show you where I got this from here in a second. But I thought you would think this was interesting because to me, I don't know if anybody's put a video out on this. This is pretty cool. And all I've done to the picture so far, let me go ahead and take it back. I've sharpened it. There was the sharpen, and I put some, there it is, and I put some of the other effect on it. So let's see, forward. That was basically that's the auto color. Then I hit it with the sharpen tool. Where was it? Step forward. And there it is, sharpened a little bit. So that's all I've done to the picture. And let me pull back out so you can see it. Over here, there's also the classic UFO shape, something just sitting there on the hill. Maybe a little habitat, something along those lines. But it does look like a little classic shape to it. Now, all over the place on Mars, we see these what look like tunnels, or not tunnels, but maybe possible tubes that go from one thing to the next. And some people on my channel call it mesh, some people call it underground things. I'm just not sure what we're looking at all the time, but you see it everywhere. And look here, and it's got a lot of symmetry to it. It's got it parallels. It's in different shapes. The geometry of it is cool, and it's all over the place. Whenever we can find, we find it everywhere. All right. So now let me back up here so you can take a look at the whole picture itself, because there's also some interesting things over here. There's a couple of good things we're going to look at once I show you where to get it. Ooh, come on. Alright, keep on coming back. Alright, this is the picture here. You want to get it, you can get it directly from this right here. Of course I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to link the, always go to the description of my videos. I always put a link there. Let's take a look at a couple of these other things here. Alright, so basically all I've done was do the auto color, which makes it look like it's here on Earth. I think it looks at the picture and says, okay, this is what we think. It equals it out to what we should see, and it's pretty right on, I think, how it does it. It takes that ugly color out there that it adds. Look up here. It's just like, we all know that it's blue. This type on my channel, the sky, Mars sky blue. You'll see what I'm talking about. The sky there is blue, at least a light shade of blue like ours. And then we've got Uncle Jake's junkyard, stuff just strewn about the planet, as always. As Terry would say, Uncle Jake's junkyard. We've got the typical blurring of the pictures, whether it's being done by the camera, by the rover. It's definitely being done. We got let's see here. My cat's over there about to jump down. What are you doing, buddy? Taking the blanket? Some of these, like, look on top of this rock right here. It's got what looks like a little baby head, and I'm sure it's just a little, piece of something, piece of rock or something along those lines. But who knows? I'm getting to the point where anything is possible to anything is possible. The stuff I've seen in life here on Earth, and who knows if anything's possible here on Earth, which seems it's amazing what we keep finding, and wherever we go, there's life. I mean, to the hottest places, to the coldest depths of the oceans, we find life. So I'm thinking that's the constant in the universe. Not not just cold dead planets. Especially Mars has always been touted as one of those dead planets. This piece over here too, I had just noticed from the other picture, just kind of sitting there. Odd rock compared to the rest of them. Look at the piece right here that comes out. A really cool thing, if you look at this stuff under the Mars Images app, if you go to your phone, you get the bottom of it, you can switch from you get yourself a pair of these, well, these aren't the right color, but get the red and the blue ones, which I've got a whole bunch of them. You can go to Walmart and buy a 3D movie, one of the cheap 3D movies, and it comes with like 4 of them, something like that. I think I spent couple bucks and got a on clearance and got 12 of them sometimes I use. And you seeing this stuff in 3D is amazing. I'm gonna start making some 3D. I'll put somewhere to find some, and I might even give some away. Because when you see this stuff in 3D, it's totally mind blowing. Some of the stuff that you actually pull out so much more of. And if you sit back and look at these pictures for a long time, you can kind of your eyes can start to do 3D. You start just how it works. I know it took me probably 5 years to master it, looking at these things, but more and more. There's a couple guys. There's a guy David out there, David G. He works on 3D pictures. He does it where you use the method where you use your finger and you cross your eyes and it works. It's amazing what our eyes can do. Now look dead center here. Look at the blurring we got going on. This is what I can't stand by. Why can't we just get the pictures right off the Rover how they should be, not in a JPEG format? I want it in the RAW format it comes down in. And you can get the PDS format from the Planetary Data System. You can get a lot of those raw images, but they've only got up to like the SAW 400. So it's like, why? What are they doing with those? Why does it take so long to get on that website? Um, but when we get these really choppy JPEG, deliberately dumbed down, deliberately put noise in them, they're putting blurs. Drives me crazy, people. It just drives me crazy. So. But anyway, let's go back up to our little guys. Just showing you that there are so many anomalies in these pictures now, especially on the new ones coming back down. I don't even know how they could. They'd have to blur the whole picture. Maybe that's what's going to happen. Still stand by the Rover. Something's going to happen with this Rover as we get close to it. I just don't see us driving up that mountain as much as I want to. And hell, there's a path that goes right up it too, where where I think most of us want to take it. Um, I wish they could let me drive the thing for a couple days. Interesting stuff, interesting stuff. More and more, like I say, here's how I can tell it's the NASA blur. First, you get the blinds effect on some of the stuff up here, but it's the square blur piece tool right here it's used. It's like, okay. And behind it, you really can't tell exactly. There's something pretty interesting behind there. Just more stuff like this. See how it comes here and it would wrap back around. This kind of wraps like a circle. And then that piece is blurred out. Now, they want you to think that that's just happening probably from the camera, but you could go through 40 or 50 pictures and that blur will be on top of something that looks like it should be interesting, that the blur will be in that, not just randomly out in the middle of the picture. So they're usually on things. So either that's why I think there's probably a rover software or a computer software doing it during the downlink when it gets to the NASA's things. They probably wouldn't compute it out on the rover. Probably does it. I'm sure NASA gets a beautiful picture. You know what? If they don't, y'all should be fired. I know that Mars is far away, but $2 billion to send something up there. It's got lasers. It's nuclear energy. I mean, this thing. The pictures look worse than the damn cell phone. I mean, I've got a cell phone from like two, 2005 that I saw some pictures on the other day. I have like a box of little cell phones, and I was sitting there looking at it thinking, God, these look better than the pictures coming from the rover nowadays. And here again, you can kind of see this seems to be blurred right here. Both of these, all these rocks right here. But the corner that's not has some geometry, interesting things. But once again, up at the top, this is where I find it interesting. Not just that little piece, kind of looks a little habitat. That. What do we got, guys? Let me slowly come on out. Let's just see it. That's pretty far away. I mean, that's a nice little hike up that hill, and it's definitely looks like it's up a hill. So, what's on the other side? What's it peeking up over the other side? And if you go and you look at the actual the piece, like this page here, and if you go backwards a couple, you could tell this one's got it right here, but there's nothing out in it on the horizon, and that's right there. So, to me, that looks like a hill, I'd imagine. I'll get one more time, take a look at it. Now, like I said, I would think it'd be at the top of the hill. Look at this stuff. This looks like bones of something. Some of this, just old. I can't even say ruins here. This stuff looks like stuff that used to be alive, skeletons. And the more and more I look into the electric universe theory and stuff like that, I'm really enjoying Thunderbolts. There's a channel on here, Thunderbolts. A couple people have turned me on to it over the years. And I really started looking at it. Um, After looking at Mars and thinking, how did this occur? How did the actual cataclysm happen? where some stuff just doesn't add up. Look at 90-degree angle here, 90-degree angle here, 90-degree angle here, but it keeps going off here in a straight line. Interesting looking skull piece right there, something like that. Um, but if you look at some of those videos from Thunderbolts, if you just type in Thunderbolts electric or electric Mars or something like that, you're going to find a video on it. And if I remember, I'll link it in here. It talks about, a big lightning bolt, electronic lightning bolt just ripping up part of right in the center of the planet. And it would a lot of it makes sense to me. I don't know if that would be the only thing that happened on Mars. That could have been the beginning of the mayhem, whatever set this thing off and brought the demise down and shot all this stuff everywhere. Because the way we looking at this stuff, we see it, the more and more I look at it, it's rocks from all different places. It looks like it's stuff that's been scattered all over the place. You don't get uniform rocks unless there are a couple places we've been where it's uniform. But usually it's just like out on the top of the surface. There's just stuff scattered everywhere that all look different. They all look to be weathered differently, which to me is a sign that they've gotten there after some sort of explosion. Because there's definitely water on Mars. There's still water. Is there still water on Mars now? Um, go search for my water on Mars. Go check out my channel. Life on Mars, trees on Mars. Just search down on my channel and you could check out some of the pictures that were released a long time ago that, of course, we don't see those pictures like that anymore because they're being hidden from us. Well, then they couldn't hide these now. That's one of the reasons why I do this. And I do a lot of the old anomalies because I want people to download the pictures so we have them forever. They can't take it away from us. Up here you've got more just kind of random, looks like a little random rock there. This looks like a little spiral seashell type thingy. And this piece here just kind of looked like it had a lot of geometry to it. It has like an actual triangle in there. It's got up here, look here, you've got a like a horseshoe type deal, and it comes off here and it comes down up and around into like two little balls that are purple. And the coloring on here, once you do the auto color and the auto stuff, it pulls it out so much better than that ugly color you get directly from NASA. So, what do you guys think? A little look familiar? I don't know, guys. Much love to you. What's up in the sky 37? Hope you guys are having a wonderful weekend. It's Saturday night. Oh, yep, Saturday at 11:15 p.m. Let's see how long I let this one go. Please hit like. Please hit comment. I got a good couple videos coming up. Got space news coming up from this week that I wanted to get done and share with you. Got some changes I want to make. Keeping a lot of things the same. The new YouTube, since I've gotten, when you hit certain amount of subscribers, you get more tools and things like that. YouTube gives you more things to work with. And just thinking some things that I'm trying to grow the channel. Yeah, I kind of feel like I'm at a little plateau now where I'm at 10,000. I think I'm at 10,400 subscribers. I'm at that place where I think if I keep a lot of the things that I do and entertaining you guys, that a lot of people come in and will sit and watch these things till the end. But I also want to do a lot more with other space anomalies. Um, not just anomalies either. I was thinking about possibly some telescope things. I'm looking into getting a telescope, looking into doing a whole bunch of stuff. Beefing up the website. We're still getting a lot of subscribers on the website. You guys rock. Um, we got forums going over there. Guy Benny's always putting up good stuff. If you're looking for some links just to go, looking for some cool articles, go to one of the forums on my website, whatsupinthesky.com, and check it out. So, all right, guys, let me make that big one time. I didn't really make it that big on the picture, and it's just kind of sitting there waiting to be discovered. Much love, guys. Take it easy. 13 minutes in, 14 minutes, not too bad. Peace.